says, this is Wuhan. It says, the invisible killer air pollution in Europe still kills 300,000 a year. Wuhan web team. This is Monday, 15th of November, 2021, which was just, last year, about the same time. It says, in Europe, the number of premature deaths could be found particular air pollution has declined 10% annually, but it still accounts for 307,000 premature deaths annually, according to the European Environment Agency. As the European Union Air Pollution Data Center, the clean reduction in deaths across the continent was a direct result of favorable weather conditions and an improvement in air quality across the continent. Right? Which some BS, huh? What did I see? Something. Right here. This is air pollution kills 7 million people per year. Must be something. World Health Organization issues new guidelines. The WHO's implementing guidelines. It says by 2030, the EU wants to reduce premature deaths due to fine air pollution by at least 55% from 2005 levels. Okay. But yeah. But hey, like the Lord says, you know what I mean? These are the ones that pollute the world, man. And the Lord has to deliver us and destroy these people, man. Right? Because now they're trying to come in like they're coming in with a solution, and they're after they killed us, put all this stuff in the air, and now all of a sudden they care. Now we better watch out. Let's do this, and let's implement this, and the so-called World Health Organization. Why wasn't you doing that prior to all that? You know what I mean? But this is all in cahoots with your, the New World Order agenda, man. Get the charagma to measure people down to having a carbon footprint and all this other stuff, right? Yeah. This is Revelation 11 and 18. It says, and the nations were angry, right? Because ultimately, even Europe, being that they're going through this winter, not being able to heat their houses because of the tariffs that America put on Russia, blowing up the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2. I guess they got one of them up and going, but, and then I guess they was figuring out that MI6, which is Britain's, so-called secret service, or, their military, was part of it. So these nations are going to be angry and wroth, and thy wrath is come, right? So ultimately, that wrath is ultimately coming from the Most High, because he's orchestrating this whole thing. That's why these nations are going to be angry, right? Esau's digging a ditch for himself, right? He think he's building a trap for you Jakes. Well, he is. It is for you Jakes too, but not for the elect, right? But he's going to fall into that same trap that he made for himself, that he made for you Jakes. And he's going to partake in that too, via that his enterprise is not going to flourish the way he thought it was. They're going to have to go into their bunkers. That's their so-called backup plan. And the time of the dead, right? Because there's going to be a lot of dead bodies, man. The Lord says there's going to be bodies from one end of the earth unto the other. You know what I mean? The slain of the Lord shall be many, right? They should be judged. So it's time of Esau's judgment. I mean, Esau's the end of this world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And that thus should it give reward, right? So the Lord said he's going to give the reward, whether you're righteous or whether you're evil or you're wicked. So he has a reward for you. It's going to be punishment, or it's going to be deliverance. And the deliverance is for the Israelites. So starting, dealing with the elect. The 144,000, and then you got the 1/3 of women and children, and men too, but, unto thy servants, the prophets, right? Giving them that deliverance to servants, to prophets, and to the saints, see? And them that fear thy name, small and great, and should it destroy them which destroyed the earth, see? And you hear how this thing was speaking on Europe and their pollution, right? But eventually they're going to come in and try to, be an angel, Satan transforming himself to an angel of light, right? Trying to, do carbon footprint and all this other different things. But really it's going to lead into the MOTB. And the temple of power, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, was open in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testimony, of testament. And there were lightnings and voices and thunderings and an earthquake and great hail, right? Because it's really going to go into what the ICBM missiles, man. And the laser beam from the chariots, right? But that's going to be what America and strategic places around the world being hit by ICBM missiles. Because what? These nations are going to be angry with the whore. So this is going to go into World War III. And the Lord's going to destroy them that what? Destroyed the earth, man. This great pollution, man. Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, right? But the earth abideth forever. So, people come, they live, they die. You get reincarnated or regenerated, however you want to say it, whatever makes you feel warm and fuzzy. And you come back in your lot. If you were righteous, you probably come back righteous. If you were wicked, you come back as wicked, right? I mean, but the earth, the plain and simple thing is the earth is going to abide forever. So this is all just what a cleansing, a ethnic cleansing. But the Lord has to clean out the pollution also, right? Fire is a great cleansing agent to clean out the pollution, because a new heaven and a new earth is going to come upon the earth. Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation," right, which means righteous anger, "of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, is upon all nations," man. And ultimately, the Lord's starting a controversy with all you nations, man, to get you riled up into this World War III, so that you will hate the whore. You'll be fighting, but you draw you down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, right? Some people say, it's supposed to be the mountain of troops, because that's what's going to be there, man. It's going to be a bunch of dead troops, a mountain of dead troops, which mountain symbolizes your government, right? You keep having your summit, your G20 summit meetings, and it's going to come to naught, right? For the indignation, which is righteous anger, of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. To the Lord, this thing haven't even happened, and the Lord's talking about it in the past tense, as if it already happened. So that means you're done. You're destroyed. There's no way you're gonna win. This is the Most High, and this is a future prophecy, and he's talking about it in the past tense. So you're done. He have utterly destroyed them. See, talking about in the past tense, he have delivered them to the slaughterer. You're done, man. You're delivered to the slaughterer. You're already done. So that's why, we already have the victory. That Christian church, they said, "We got the victory." Yeah, they be singing them songs, but they don't really know what that victory entails, man. They're slain. So they're slain. Shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. See, that's what those Christian churches weren't understanding, that it was going to be dealing with a lot of slain people. The slain of the Lord shall be many, man. The slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. And the mountains, right, dealing with your governments, shall be melted with their blood. See, your military is just going to be destroyed, and your government, which dealing with mountains, or your G summit, right, all your governmental thing coming together and to destroy Israel, and how to manipulate the world to think this, that over another, over facts and truth, right? To believe a lie rather than the truth, right? Dealing with your science falsely so called, whether if it's medical or whatever, man, right? All the host of heaven, right? Because this is Esau's heaven, right? And even really you other heathens too. This is your heaven too. You know what I mean? Shall be dissolved. So the Lord's going to take Esau out of his heaven, and you heathen nations that partake in it in order to prop Esau up, you're going to be dissolved too, right? Because they're saying that Moab think he's going to rule next, but that's more than false. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, right, man? It's going to be them ICBM missiles hitting, and that mushroom cloud going up, man. It's going to roll like a scroll. And all the hosts shall fall as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from a fig tree, right? And if you look at how a fig is shaped like an ICBM missile, man. Right? So that means, man, you nations are going to shoot missiles upon each other. And then ultimately you're going to try to fight Yahweh Shai. But the Lord said, for my sword, which those ICBM missiles are really the Lord's sword. Even though, you created them to be the Lord's sword. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, right? So those ICBM missiles are going to fly from Russia and from America over to Russia and from Russia to America in less than 30 minutes between each other, man. And missiles are going to fly from France and Great Britain and, all these other different places to hit America. America's going to shoot their missiles to hit whatever places they're going to hit. So this place is going to be a bad place, man. The whole earth is not going to be, a place you really want to be in that time, right? Because if you don't get hit by the missiles, what's going to be out there? Radiation, man. So yeah, you may not, your place that you live may not be turned into a desert like America, but just that radiation in itself is going to be, man. But it says, it should be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, right? Which dealing with America, right? Because the Lord said, who shall lead me into Bozrah? Bozrah dealing with being America, and Bozrah is a chief place of the Edomites, and this is Idumea is a Greek way of saying Edom, right? And upon the people of my curse to judgment, right? So the Lord's going to judge you, shoot these ICBM missiles upon you, right? So the sword of Yahweh is full with blood. It is made with fatness, with the fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, right? Which represent the people, the different nations. Yeah, lambs dealing with the Israelites, because 2/3 of the Lord's people are going to be destroyed. Goats dealing with the Edomites, and with the fatness and the kidneys of ram, which dealing with these other nations, right? For Yahweh have a sacrifice in Bozrah. Oh, there you go, in Bozrah. So that's how you know that that's dealing with America, Bozrah. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, right? Which is a Greek way of saying Edom, right? I'm just going to skip down over here to get to the point where I was saying, because once that ICBM missile, all those missiles hit America, it's going to turn it to a desert. But it says, the wild beast of the desert shall also meet with the wild beast of the islands, right? Because right by America, you got, Puerto Rico, you got Jamaica, you got the Virgin Islands, you got Cuba, I think even Haiti and stuff is not too far off. You got those islands right over there, right? So those animals, a lot of those animals from that plate is gonna be meeting with the animals over in America, right? That's why when the part it said it was going to destroy the sea, right? I mean, do you think the whole ocean? There's 7 oceans. It's not going to destroy the whole ocean, but the parts of where America is, man, it's going to get, man, it's going to be bad, man, right?